Today we're going to take a look at this 1976 Triumph Spitfire. So this thing has been maintained really well. I've been taking good care of it its whole life. What we're going to do today is we're going to fix some other issues that have been plaguing this car for a while. So for instance, this finally went out on it. The alternator cable was held on by like one of these little threads. So we're going to put a new one on that eventually later. The fan is missing a blade, as you can kind of see right there. I don't think it would really throw the balance off in the car, but it's one of those things where it's like you might as well fix it while you're here. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna change the radiator out. We're gonna change. It's got headers on already. We're gonna put new headers. They're gonna be nice and shiny. You'll see. Not only that, I just finished off camera fixing the front oil seal. I guess it would be right underneath the the cam cover. I guess I took that off. Just an FYI for anybody who's working on these cars. If you want like a quick way to take off that crank pulley bolt, a lot of people say just put a, what do you call it, like a channel lock or something, a pipe wrench basically on the bolt and put it against the frame and crank the starter. Don't do that. Easiest way to do it if you don't have an impact gun, just hold the, the wrench with one hand on the bolt and hit it back and forth with a hammer. It'll come off easily that way. You're going to need like 200 something foot-pounds probably with a, impact gun, and basically hitting a pipe wrench with a hammer is the same thing as an impact gun. It's just a little bit more damaging to the vehicle, but it's better than burning out your starter, damaging your frame, and potentially having a pipe wrench go flying somewhere. So that being said, I finished that seal off. Everything's good, proper set, ready to go on that. Everything's torqued down by no spec at all, just my, whatever I felt was tight. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull the rad out first and replace the fan, I guess. So went ahead and pre-loosened these bolts right here. So you're going to have 4 bolts on the radiator, 2 on the top on each side, or 1 on the top on each side, and then 1 on the bottom. So I guess we just have that one over there. I'm going to awkwardly squeeze over here and do that. This is heavy. Not heavy, but it's awkward. Cool. So we're going to rip this off. Radiator hose comes off pretty easily, and the one on the bottom is already off. So we'll slide the rad right out of place, and we'll set this aside somewhere where it won't leak. So, I don't know, up against the wall is good. I care, don't I? Anyway, so the fan will come off with 4 little bolts around the front, and again they're pre-loosened, so yeah, take a look at that quality. I don't know if it's going to be in focus, but
yeah, it's good.
A little bit broken, no big deal. Question now, where did I put all the bolts from that? Oh well, I think they're all up here. Oh, looks like I got some of them. Yeah, looks good to me. Oh well. Usually when I take apart cars and stuff like that, I have a piece of cardboard and I like drill holes into them with like, or don't drill, I just like cut it with a knife, and I stick all the nuts and bolts in and label it all. I didn't do that here. Oh well, but what am I looking for right now? Oh, what I can do is I can go ahead and tighten this now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pipe wrench on it, and I'm just going to hit it with a mallet.
Looks safe to me.
Yeah, it should be fine. The only thing is, it's probably going to spin the wheels or something.
Back wheels are up. Let's see.
I definitely care.
Back wheels are up for safety, obviously.
How do I don't remember watching a tutorial on how to use a pipe wrench. Okay, we ripped the e-brake, but she doesn't really work too good, so let's see if that makes a little bit of a difference.
Wheels aren't spinning.
Nice. It's always good to miss and hit your hand a little bit.
Remember, folks, he used to work for Dodge.
I used to work for Dodge, so that's why I'm really good at this. Oh. Nice. I know reliable cars, I know how to fix them.
Oof.
Oh. Pipe wrench on a car. What you do. Make sure you treat your cars with tender love and care.
Tender love, care, kindness, compassion.
So that's about 200 some odd foot-pounds, I would guess. Don't really know. It shouldn't fly off.
Hoods hurt.
Hoods hurt when you poke your ear with them. So we're gonna put on some new parts right now. Spinny boy. Alright. So, now we're actually gonna start using tools because I figured you might as well at some point use the right stuff.
Hey, the cavemen didn't have tools.
Well, they made them eventually. And they became us.
Bad out.
So remember, there's a certain way this has to go on. There's like a little cone part here. Not cone, what would you call it? A concave part that goes towards the fan pulley. Another, something interesting, I did mention this was a 1976 Spitfire, but the water pump on it is not from the 1976, it's from a little bit older. And the reason for that, I would guess, is that on the 76, there's a clutch fan on this, which is a lot more expensive, so somebody just put the cheaper one on. It works.
Hey, it does the job.
Exactly. You don't always have to go with the right things that fit your car.
Yeah.
That's just the manufacturer trying to like scam you out of your money.
Hey, I zip tied the purge valve to my fuel lines on my car.
And
so
that's a smart thing to do.
Yep. Definitely don't need to buy a $200 relocation kit.
No.
That's for no.
Found some tools. We're gonna strip these bolts by just putting them in. Nah, I think it's fine. I'm literally using my fingers and it's going in. It was just like a little bit too tight before. So you want to go in a crisscross pattern. I don't know if it matters. I'm just gonna do it anyway because why not?
Special.
So, that one definitely feels like it's stripping a little bit. We're just gonna pretend it's fine. Then oh, somebody farted.
Oh shit.
Cameraman's making a fart, distracting me. Oof, I'm tired. I'm lazy. We've installed one part and I'm lazy.
Dude, right. Those chicken nuggets that made you tired.
We got the itis. This is almost tight. Lazy. Been looking at cars on Kijiji, so
yep.
I'm exhausted reading people's ads wanting like 7-8 grand for a V6 Mustang. Good prices. I'm gonna guess that this is a 13 mil alternator. Look at that. Well, actually, I'm probably gonna put this one here and that one there. Yeah, I guess. Oopsie doodles.
It's okay. Car's just telling you it's going good.
So when you put on belts and stuff, they say they should be tight enough that you can just twist them to like this much, but no more further. So I shouldn't be able to do that. So we're gonna have to make it a little bit tighter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a pry bar. I don't know if I have one. Oh yeah. Not a good idea.
Dropping more tools, boy.
Shit. Good mechanics don't drop their tools.
Hey.
Just kidding, I drop my shit all the time.
Dodge taught you.
Dodge taught me that all cars come with extra parts.
Can you just tell that story really quick while you're working on the car?
Yeah, so when I was working at a shop, one of the mechanics had like this whole drawer in this whole thing with just like nuts and bolts and just miscellaneous, you know, parts for cars. I'm just like, what's this? Like, you have a spare parts bin? Like, I don't know, for whatever, in case a car is missing something. He's like, yeah, that's my spare parts bin. All the cars come with them. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, when a car goes out and there's still bolts on the table, they go in the drawer. Well, that's very good. I mean...
Yeah, legendary Dodge quality.
Well, you bought a Dodge in the first place, so...
Yeah, it's kind of your fault, especially those Journeys. I heard those are good cars.
If you bought a Dodge, you're not going to notice the thing's missing, because it's a Dodge. I actually own like 2 Dodges. So, like, wait, maybe it's just me. Put down in the comments if you own a Dodge.
Yeah, please.
And I need to wedge this over and tension the alternator as much as I can. And the hammer just broke.
That's good. Let me take a look at that. Oof.
Nice broken hammer.
Good broken.
Let's go the other way now. Let's see if we can break it a little bit more. It looks to me like that's as far as it wants to go.
Yep.
So
you better get some more leverage
with
there.
one hand I'm going to hold this. And the other one I'm going to tighten.
Okay.
Sometimes the brain does a good thing. Stripped it right off. Nice.
Spot.
So what you want to do is you want to put your metal on the battery right across both terminals.
Yeah. It's good if you're, you know, celebrating Canada Day and you want to make some fireworks. That's
Sparklers.
a life hack, guys.
Alright, so now what we're going to do when the camera finds me, we're going to put in a new radiator.
Yeah. Mint.
Amazon said that it was going to basically cool down my car by like 45%, something like that.
Yeah.
But on the reviews it said it does not fit a Spitfire, so we're going to find out if they're right.
It says does not fit a Spitfire.
It says it doesn't.
So what does it fit?
I don't know, but I did the right thing by purchasing it anyway, not listening to that guy's review. So we're gonna...
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna squeeze this little boy onto there, like that. Shake her down.
Yep, that's right.
I'm gonna put this boy on here.
That's the bottom
Hose,
there.
which is covered in some kind of greasy substance.
Sorry, dude, that was me.
Oh, no worries.
Got a little bit excited from the car.
Okay, so we got this boy. We're gonna put it on the highest notch right here, just so we can have it as low to the car as possible, because it will touch onto this if you have it on any other position.
Also, notice the wonderful signatures we have on the hood. It's good.
Thing is, a little. You're not having a good time there. I can hear that. Sorry, folks. My cameraman is having issues with his tummy.
Oh, like your son. You gotta tell that story too.
Oh yeah. So my son's not in this video today. I would have been teaching him how to work on a car, but unfortunately he's not been. He's been under the weather. So when was it? So it's Thursday today. So on Monday he texted me saying, "I'm not gonna come to work today. I got a tummy ache." He said something about like a sharp pain in his kidneys or something like that, but it was a tummy ache. He probably ate something wrong. So he went to the doctor. The doctor probed him and did whatever he needed to do with his gloves on. And I don't know if there's a result from that. I don't know if he actually
had something wrong with his kidneys.
I hope he's fine. Let's put that on the table. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I hope he's fine. But so he left. He went home. Whatever. He just took the day off, I guess. He didn't feel like coming in the afternoon, even though he was good after that, whatever.
Yeah.
So the next morning, I got another text from him. He's like, dude, you're never going to believe this. I got pink eye from the doctor.
Dude, you know what it is? It's just when people, like, are at the doctor, they're definitely not, like, the most cleanly people on earth.
Yeah, so, like, some kid probably went up. Well, isn't there a difference? You don't have a pediatrician with normal doctors, right?
I don't know. How old is your son?
Oh, he's, like...
10?
Okay, he's a little bit older than me. It's some kind of.
It's a weird relationship.
Okay,
so the story time, why he's my son, because people are gonna think a little bit odd of that. I didn't adopt them technically per se. So basically, if you know how babies come from, they come from storks, right? So a stork came to drop off my son Hakeem at his parents' house, right? But the buzzer goes off. It's like bzzz, time to clock out. It's quitting time. He was 3 houses down from the actual house. That stork did not like his job, okay? So you know what he said? You know what? This guy over here is going to raise the baby just as well as anybody else will. He didn't want to make it the extra, 3 houses down. He just dropped it off in my house. I Uber Eats something that day, I remember, because I was hungry.
Yeah.
So I go to the door because it was telling me that the delivery's going to be there. But then I'm like, where's my McDonald's? There's a baby there. I'm like, I guess I got to take care of this thing. So I basically raised, I know the math doesn't work out. I don't think about it too much. You're going to hurt your head. But basically, he's a year older than me, but I raised him since birth.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's why he's really good right now, like with cars and stuff. Like
really smart. Dude,
anyway,
heard it's good to neutral drop your 430,000 kilometer transmission.
Yeah, his car's got low miles.
Low mileage, okay.
Yeah. Well, the guy said this didn't fit.
What part?
The top neck here. Said it was the wrong angle for the car, but the angle doesn't look that
Looks fine to me.
Yeah, I'm not like a mechanic or nothing, but I think it'll work.
Yeah.
I hope so anyway, because I spent like $100 on this thing. That's big boy schmackos, Canadian dollars.
That's 100 Canadian dollars, so that's about what, $4 or $5 US?
Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. I forgot this. Nobody called me out on it. Almost there.
I need to open this garage to get some fresh air in here.
Again?
No, it's pretty hot.
Good enough for me.
Yep, looks
I
good,
like
Dan.
it.
Professional.
Cool. So that's how you do the fan and the radiator. We've already increased our cooling by
45%.
And another couple percent for that little fin that was on there now. And that looks pretty nice. Yeah, so that's it for this episode where you got the radiator on, put the new fan on, tighten up the, I guess, the accessories belt and everything. Ish, kind of. Not really. But anyway, so we got the cooling portion done out of the way. Next episode, we're going to do a little bit more cooling actually for the oil. We're going to put the oil cooler on. We're going to figure out how to rig that up on the front. And we'll just basically do another like how-to. These aren't really good how-tos, but I'm learning too. Anyway, see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And leave something stupid in the comments. I don't care.
Yeah.